Hey everyone, Nate Lindquist here from Minimalist CEO, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about why lowering prices will destroy your business. And I'm going to get right to it. As I go through this, I'm just going to ask that you think about your business and think about those times where you're standing in front of a client or you've got a quote or a bid out, and it doesn't really matter what business you're in. You feel that moment of, I don't know if I'm enough, and if I have to, I've got a little margin where I can drop the prices. People always want to get a good deal. It can be the death of your business. I'm going to tell you the first thing to know when you get in that situation, you've got to be crystal clear that you're absolutely certain you're going to get the client results that you promise. So if you're a coach and you tell your clients, I'm going to help you get new leads, I'm specifically going to do that for you, then you've got to make sure that you get them new leads. If you're you're in the business of helping married couples avoid divorce, and you've got a great track record, you got to make sure you know that you're going to get that result and know the value of that. I'll share a story about that. I mean, if you go look online, you can find people who tell you, I'm going to help you save your marriage, and they'll sell you training for $50. But then you find another person who's got a training to save your marriage and avoid divorce, and it's $5,000. Do the math. Which one do you want to have if you want to save your marriage? I know if I look at my marriage, it's so important. It is the most important thing in my life. I love my wife. I want to make sure that I have a great marriage. If I was having problems, which would be horrible, and we're not, but if I was, I wouldn't want to go spend $50 on a training course. I'd be willing to spend whatever it takes to make sure that I avoided that problem. So lowering your prices means that you're setting yourself up for real problems in your business, and you'll destroy your business. So let's go through some of the ways that lowering your prices destroy your business, and then set you up to have more confidence and strength in how you create that value for your clients and in the marketplace, so that your business can grow, so you can really focus on what's essential. And of course, having the ability to charge premium prices means that you have to have a premium offer of high value in your business. So we got to look at how to do that. Now, I've done another video called the best product method. How do you have the best product? And you'll find that on my channel, on Nate Lindquist on YouTube. So you can go and watch that as well. I believe I already posted it as well on LinkedIn and also on Facebook. So you can take a look at that. But this video is about why not to lower prices. The first thing to know is that lowering prices equals death. It equals death of your business. And it doesn't have to, but if you see that as your way of solving your problem, we all need cash flow. We see those times where we need cash flow. It's an uncomfortable feeling. We know we want to make the sale, and someone says, I know you want to paint my house and it's $5,000, but I'm going to have to, the best I can do is $3,500. So you say, okay, well, but the price is $5,000, but today, just this one time, I could do it for $4,000. Now you're lowering your prices. Automatically, you're doing what I call the race to the bottom, and we've heard that before. A lot of people talk about it. It's how much lower do I have to make my price so I'm the one who can get the business, so I can compete. So you want to think about competing as becoming more valuable, not getting more sales. Getting more sales can mean getting more of the wrong people. It can mean getting more of the wrong projects, people you don't want to work with, people who don't see your value. So now the two major problems you run into, and why I call it lowering prices is death, is perception of your value has gone down, your perception and their perception. And that's something that you control. So to sell a product that's valuable and gives great results, you need to understand that you're actually going to do what you say you're going to do. You're going to deliver what you promise. So you've got to get that perception really clear, but you also have to have actual value that you deliver. So you got to be clear that there's no question. Your service, your product, whatever it is, the result it's going to create is beyond reproach. So your clients can say, hey, you know what? I know that there's value here. Now, when someone says, I want to lower your price, what do you say? I want you to lower your price. I'm not going to pay this. I saw the quote, $5,000 is too much. You can say, well, I'm painting your house, and I'm just using this as an example. $5,000 gets you the best trained team members. We also know how to do coding, so it's not going to start to peel next year. We guarantee it for 5 years, and we're going to make certain along the way that we also take care of the trim. We're going to take care of all the moldings. We're going to get right up to the roof line, all these other things. You got to know your value, where your value comes from. You'll find out. You could even say, you may talk to other people, go ahead and get some other quotes, but I just want to let you know, if you ask them if they're going to do those things, if you ask them if they're going to guarantee, that the paint won't chip for at least 5 years, you won't have any bubbles, and then it'll be handled correctly, there'll be enough coating, there won't be any areas where you can see through the paint, whatever. you'll find that the competitors, other people aren't going to make that guarantee at this price. So I know where my value is. I know what we're giving you. I know it's a very good price. And actually, normally, you might even say, soon we'll be increasing the prices because we know how valuable it is, but I'll understand if you don't want to work with us. So if you can do that, you're going in the right direction. Now, if they still say, well, the best I'd pay is $3,500, then you've got to look at the actual value that you're creating and make certain that it's even more valuable. And again, I've done a video on that that you can find called The Best Product Method. So look for that video. It's in here. It's in the channel on YouTube and also on LinkedIn and Facebook. So go look at that and think about how you increase desire by becoming more valuable. All right, the next thing to think about is permission to fail. When you lower your prices, it's like a terminal illness. You're saying, well, this is the race to the bottom. Eventually, we're going to gain market share. The best thing we can do is lower our prices because I can't see any way to increase value. You're basically retreating. You're saying, we can't compete. If we're going to get the business, if we're going to survive, we'll get what we can. We'll lower our margins, and we'll just start failing. So I'm okay with that. Let me lower the price. Or you can say, let me take another look at it. I really think that's the best that we can do. And then what you can do is you can go back and you can offer more value. And you can say, you know what, I think you're right. If you truly think you're not valuable enough, go back and offer some more value, but don't offer a lower price. Don't ever offer a lower price. Okay, the next thing to consider, and this again, something that will destroy your business, is you have to sell more, do more, and stress more. Selling more. To sell more to make the profit that you need and survive. To do more, to work harder, to work longer hours, to burn out. This is a recipe for that. Lowering your prices means you're going to have to work more hours to get the same results. Bigger chunks of money, of income from your sales, from each sale. Obviously, you have to make fewer sales to get the profit that you need to survive, sustain, to pay your staff, to create quality. You always want to do that in integrity. And then, of course, you're going to stress more. More chaos creates more stress. So lowering your prices is going to increase your stress. It's also going to get you working with the wrong people more often. People who are kicking tires, who are constantly trying to get you to the lower price. And I got to tell you, if someone gets you to lower your price once, they're going to get you to lower your price again and again and again. You're going to believe little by little that you're less and less valuable, and eventually you'll either be out of business or you'll be one of those companies that barely makes it, barely ekes by. You'll become an owner who's barely putting money in your own pocket, and that's a bad feeling. I think as business owners, we've all been there. I know that I'm not going to go back in that place because I'm not going to lower my prices, and I hope that you can make that commitment as well. All right. You reduce your quality of life. When you're sucked into your business and you believe that you're less valuable, you believe that you're helping other people less, you're going to be at the office more, you're going to be out in the field painting houses more, you're going to be doing more coaching calls for lower income. But if you really do help someone save their marriage, if you really do a great job of guaranteeing how you paint someone's house, if you provide awesome legal consultation and you have an awesome legal practice and you know how to discover just the right information to help someone win their case, you need to charge appropriately for it. What would people be willing to pay to get the result you know you can promise? Write that down. What would people be willing to pay to get the result I know I can promise? And if it's not valuable enough, then find a way to make it more valuable. Isn't that what we're really going after in business, is to get clients better results? So many people talking about do better marketing, get better leads, target clients better. Some of that is very important. It's also putting the cart before the horse in the case of value. Because perception of value is one thing, but actually the result that you deliver and your belief in your ability to deliver that result and your consistency of delivering that result is of huge importance for your business to be successful. So now we're looking at it's out of integrity and you're going to get worse results. So if you say, I'm going to lower my price, you therefore have less money to pay your team, less money to pay yourself. You're going to start to burn out. You're going to spend less time marketing, less time in the business. You're going to have lower energy, lower self-esteem, and you're going to put less focus on researching, learning about the client, learning how to create more value, bringing your very best to the market, helping clients get better results. You're going to get worse results. You're going to get worse quality of life, and it's out of integrity. Because here's the thing, if you really aren't as valuable as the $5,000 house painting job that you're asking them for, so that's why you lower the price to $3,500 because you think you were asking for too much, it means that you're asking for people to overpay for something that isn't valuable enough. And you're confirming it by your lack of belief in what you're going to deliver. You might be thinking, you know what, maybe I should have them pay less because what I'm doing is very much just like everybody else, and $3,500 is the going rate for average. And you're deciding to be out of integrity by saying, I'm going to go do okay for my client. I'm going to be average. I'm going to aim for middle of the road. I'll just be okay. That's out of integrity. Because you know what? It's a well-known principle, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Would you want someone to give you less, to offer you less, to say, okay, I'll do it for $3,500, but I'm not going to give you the results that you want by guaranteeing the paint job, by painting the trim, by making sure it lasts? It might not last anymore because I'm not going to do that special undercoating. It might not be the quality that you want because we'll have to rush. We might not show up on the job on time because we got to go to the jobs that we're paying for. It sets you up for bad business relationships and to work with people in a way that doesn't make them feel good, really good about who you are. Don't put yourself in that position. Here's what you can do. Look at the products that you're bringing to market. Take the time to think, how could I become the most valuable? How could I actually increase my prices to become so valuable, to become so valuable that the results that I create for them are just out of this world, where I can charge a premium price for what I'm delivering, because I know they'd pay almost anything to get that result. And I can tell you there hasn't been a single client who I've worked with. I'm working with a cabinet refacing company right now, just as one example. Working with a company that does copy work for the legal industry. I'm working with a company that provides training on how to build small businesses from startup mode. And every single one of them has amazing opportunities to become more valuable by looking at who it is they want to work with, looking at the prospective clients and saying, what are they most worried about? And then making a list of all the ways they can solve those problems, either by partnering with people who are awesome, bringing in great people, materials, systems, other resources, but all focused on becoming the most valuable they possibly can. And it's amazing what happens. Suddenly the marketing's more effective. Suddenly they're making a better income. Suddenly their business is growing. So if a client's telling you right now, I need a better price on that, you can even ask them, is there something about what I'm offering you that you think is less valuable than what I'm asking you to pay? And then take notes. Listen to what they have to say, because that's great feedback. So you can say, okay, that's really helpful feedback. Let me go find a way to make sure that the value that I'm bringing to you is even more valuable than I'm asking you to pay. Let me make sure that that's the case, because if that is the case, then I can't, I'm certainly not going to lower my price, but let me make sure the value is so much better than what you think you're getting that you'll be happy to pay it. Is that okay? And you'd be amazed, absolutely amazed, what that'll do for your business. So I hope you find this helpful. And again, I'm Nate Lindquist with Venmo CEO. Ask me any questions. If you're feeling stuck in your business, I've been there. I've seen so many different scenarios. It's easy to forget this stuff. It's easy to say, oh, I really want the deal, I better lower the price. But it'll catch up with you in the end. Lowering your prices will destroy your business. But becoming more valuable, that's the answer. No business that's struggling is in a situation where they can't be turned, where value can't be increased. You just got to start asking better questions and then really taking ownership of the results that you create for your clients.